So this is like breaking news here. This was like hours ago that India and Pakistan are in some kind of like full-on war right now. It's very interesting. I want to pull up and see what this is about. I got some footage here. Let's see what this is about here. This is ABC News Australia. Mind your ears if it's too loud. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit right there. Let's see what's going on.
Escalation in tensions between two nuclear-armed nations in South Asia. India says it has launched attacks on 9 sites in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Pakistan now says it is responding. It is a fast-moving situation. So let's go straight to our South Asia Bureau Chief, Meghna Bali, who is in New Delhi. Meghna, good morning and thanks for joining us. What do we know so far?
Yeah, hey, good morning, James. Look, what we know is that less than 2 hours ago, around 1:45 in the morning here in New Delhi, the Indian Armed Forces say that they've launched Operation Sindoor, which is strikes at 9 sites across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Now, this was a response to last month's deadly militant attack in Indian-controlled Kashmir, where 26 civilians died. Now, New Delhi has blamed Pakistan for the attack. That's a charge that Islamabad has denied. What we've been hearing over these last, week is a dramatic escalation of, first the severing of diplomatic ties, then retreating from key treaties, border closures, visa cancellations, and, the Pakistan Defence Minister just days ago had said that they had credible intelligence that India was about to strike. That, of course, is now true. Now, what we're hearing is that Pakistan says 5 sites have been targeted. Around 3 people have died, 12 have been injured. We're hearing reports that in the capital of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Muzaffarabad, that there have been blackouts. We've been talking to people on the Indian side, who have heard loud explosions, jets in the sky. These are the kinds of reports we're hearing. Things could escalate from here. As you said, that Pakistan has said that retaliatory operation is underway. We don't know the details of that yet.
And this area has long been a flashpoint between these two nations, both nuclear armed. What are the chances that this does escalate much, much more? There's been talks about these potential strikes for some time.
Yeah, James, look, this is, a dangerous situation. Analysts have been talking about what this could escalate into. At this point, it is unlikely that it'll, escalate into a nuclear conflict, but definitely, as Pakistan has mentioned, they will be responding. Now, the US and China have been urging caution. I think there was a statement by, US President Donald Trump just minutes ago, who called these strikes a shame in Pakistan. This is the lowest that, relations have been between these two countries. This militant attack last week was the worst attack on civilians in nearly 20 years since the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India was under immense pressure to act in a swift and, appropriate way. And it seems to be that, India's chosen to respond in this way. Now, later today, what we will be seeing across New Delhi and across India is, what was meant to be mock drills, air raid sirens and civilians being ready, in any situation of attack and war. And, in light of this, it's become all the more serious.
All right, so I just wanted to get like a quick visual of what's going on. Shout out to ABC News Australia. I'm going to leave that link in the description below. What I really wanted to go over, it's kind of like a timeline. This is insane. Ooh, I'm sorry. I kind of wanted to go over a timeline. I guess I'll just have this up here for now. My camera up. Yeah, well, you know what? We'll hold off on that. I probably need to. Let's go check out this article here by Al Jazeera. I know that's like, some people are like, what? I just want to see what they actually have to say about what's going on here. So I think they're pretty up to date right now. This was like a minute ago. We're getting like updates from them. So I'll give like a breakdown of, I guess, what's been going on between India and Pakistan and this conflict, at least from 1947 to like 2025. I want to kind of go over that just so I can educate myself and educate the audience, so we're a little bit more familiar of like the issues between these folks. It's very interesting. Anyway, but before we do that, I want to go check over what they have to say. So India, Pakistan, live strikes administer Kashmir. Okay, that's long. So it's okay. Operation Sindoor is going viral on X right now. It's very interesting, the stuff that's going on right now. Hitting 9 sites in Pakistan and Pakistan administered Kashmir. Pakistan says India's missile attacks on 6 locations killed at least 8 people and wounded more than 35, promising a robust response to the act of war from its neighbors. That's very interesting, man. World must have zero tolerance for terrorism, Indian foreign minister says. Minister of External Affairs Sabra Manyam Jai Shankar has made his first public comments on New Delhi's attacks on Pakistan and Pakistani administered Kashmir. The world must show zero tolerance. Man, that's, and he said this on X, man. That's wild. The mosque government buildings damaged in India's attack on Pakistan. So rescuers search for victims in the debris of this damaged building in the government health and educational complex. What? After Indian missile strikes in Muridka. I feel like that's how you would pronounce that. I apologize. About 30 kilometers, that's 18.6 miles from Lahore on May 7th, 2025. And it's already May 7th over there. That's a government health and educational building. Like, that's crazy. That feels strategic. That's what I'm trying to get at. Volunteers carry a body recovered from the rubble of a mosque building damaged by a suspected Indian missile near Muzaffarabad. I think that's how you pronounce that. The capital of Pakistan administered Kashmir on Wednesday. These photos are something else, man. They get the pine box for one of their folks there, man. That's crazy. And you got this guy here, like, with the FAL or whatever this is. Yeah, this looks nuts. They got another guy. What's he carrying? Another, like, FAL? That's wild. Look at this building, man. These guys got berets on. Who are these fools? The Pakistani soldiers stand guard at a mosque damaged by a suspected Indian missile attack near Muzaffarabad. Wow. Very interesting living these folks are. I'm sure that was attached to something, maybe. Yeah. That's wild. That's so sad, man. Destruction at the Bilal Mosque in Shawai Musa Farabad. Right. 25 minutes ago, India rebuked Pakistani claims via fact-check account. India's Press Information Bureau, the PID, is using its dedicated fact-check account on X to dispute Pakistani reports of the ongoing military exchanges between the sides. Social media posts. So they're like trying to use this social media is like is used as a weapon, man. Social media posts claiming that Pakistan destroyed an Indian Army brigade headquarters are false. The PIB fact-check account claims reports of the destruction of the Indian brigade headquarters have been reported by Pakistani. Reports of destruction of the Indian brigade headquarters have been reported by Pakistani media. Okay, I just have to make sure I'm reading it right. I've been up for a little bit. Al Jazeera was not able to independently confirm or debunk either of the claims. Social media posts. So it's the PIB fact check. Social media post falsely claims that Pakistan destroyed Indian brigade headquarters. This is a claim fake. Please avoid sharing unverified information. Okay. Pakistani minister says the whole nation supports retaliation against India. That's crazy. Huh? Pakistani Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Atullah Tarar, says the whole nation is behind the country's armed forces and supports retaliation against India. Oh man, we are peaceful people, but when it comes to challenging us, the whole nation will respond, and the whole nation is united against Indian aggression and standing behind the armed forces of Pakistan. Okay. Oh. Hold up 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So Tarar said in an interview with Turkey's TRT World, a snippet of which was shared on the Pakistani government's X account. 47. What is Operation Sender? So that's a very, very good one. So we'll end on this Al Jazeera segment. I just wanted to go over some current up-to-date stuff here, and then we'll get on to the next segment. But I'm very interested in understanding what this Operation Sender is, what it means and what it entails, who's involved, so on and so forth. So let's get into it. So what is Operation Sender? So there's one more update. Oh my gosh, one more. Okay. So what is Operation Sender? Operation Sender is the key code name for what India described as the precision strike on Pakistan and carried out in what New Delhi said was a response to April 22nd attack on Indian tourists by suspected rebels in Indian administered Kashmir. So that is what I'm super late on. I wanted to report on this. There's just been so much going on in my own life, but just in life in general and in the news, it's so difficult for me to keep up with everything. It's so difficult. So I'm late on this, and this is kind of helping me understand why these folks are why it's really intensifying right now because of this event. So Indian forces said that they struck terrorist infrastructure at 9 locations in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir as part of Operation Sindoor. So Indian forces are like striking in Pakistan right now. That's what this is about. Okay. Wow. Wow. Indian media said that the strike specifically targeted the armed groups Jaish-e-Muhammad and Lashkar-e Taiba. I'm very sorry. It's like very hard for me to pronounce some of these names. I wish I was more fluent at that though. It's something that I would like to work on. Which are both based in Kashmir and want the region to merge with Pakistan. Okay. India's military separately said quote, no Pakistan military facilities have been targeted, end quote, while it had demonstrated considerable restraint and selection of targets and method of execution during the strike. Yeah, that like, okay, well, this is India saying it. No Pakistan military facilities. Okay. While it had considerable restraint and selection of the targets and method of execution, which means like if that building that we seen, whatever that government health building, like they purposely hit that building. If that, I'm pretty sure that was the same building that was a part of this strike, Operation Cinder. The India Today news site said the name of the mission sent a message to Pakistan. Sindoor is the word for vermilion, which is a mark of married Hindu women. Which is a mark of married Hindu women. It is a reference to the April 22nd Pahalgam attack. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm not too sure. In which men, including those newly married, were singled out on the basis of their religion and killed by terrorists. Wow. This is Al Jazeera. Very interesting perspective that they give here. Korean Air says it is avoiding Pakistani airspace. South Korea's Korean Air has announced that it will avoid Pakistan's airspace for flights between Incheon and Dubai. The announcement follows similar moves by many other carriers, including Air France and Lufthansa. Lufthansa, is that like a German air company or airplane company or air whatever? Interesting. Yeah, this building, if this building is a part of whatever that health building was, and this is in Pakistan, right? Yeah. Yep. This is in Pakistan right now. So they hit that government health building. Like I have to specify, I have to keep specifying that, man. I have to keep specifying that because they're saying that they're not hitting military targets. Well, if they're not hitting military targets, if they hit this government health facility, like what are they doing in this building that y'all had to, that's crazy. That is crazy. So I figured that we just go over that. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. It's a state of emergency like right now over there. I think that's in Pakistan. And it's like, oh man, it's insane. I'm going to try to keep up with this since we're getting back into this state of emergency in Pakistani province. It's like a specific province or of all Pakistan. Oh man, that is crazy. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep you folks a province of Punjab. Punjab, I think that's how you pronounce it. We'll try to keep you folks updated with this. So let's check this out. I'm going to leave the link for that in the description below. We got some Operation Cinder here on X. He's just talking about the Diddy trials. That's crazy. Behind Bharat Mata Ki Jai. We are not in danger. We are the danger. Video.
मस्जिद दा सेन है सारा सारी मस्जिद उड़ गई सारी मस्जिद तबाह हो गई
He said, what did you say? And he repeated exactly what he said, whatever he just said.
ओ बेटा बाद दे विच करना यार अपना बाद च करना जी भाई ना जी भाई ना मरकज दे विच होए ने चार सारा तबाह हो गई मरकज
This is a part of Operation Cinder.
बहुत ज्यादा होया
Video
हाँ
from
जी
Pakistan shows the local calling
ओ
out
यार
names
सबर मैं भाई करना तेन बाद च
in Masjid. Masjid. I think that's how you say it.
ਉਹ ਆਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ
Masjid.
ਬੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਨੇ
But no replies. Masjid has been
ओ भाई
burnt
कोई है
down
ਉੱਤੇ
under Operation Cinder. Entire
भाई कोई है ऊपर
Masjid
है?
has been destroyed. Is there anyone?
हाँ?
They asked religion before shooting. Poetic justice.
पिछो लाइट मेन लाइट
India took revenge from Pakistan. This gives us relief. Salute to India and army.
Shahada!
That's what some guy on X is saying. Very interesting. Kind of just like see what people are talking about here, what the footage is, if anybody's seeing something else, seeing that. I don't know what the weird music's about, but and they're doing it at night too. That's crazy. Wow. They got people saying stand with India against Pakistani terrorism. That's wild.
I'll find you.
Wild. I don't know what this dude's saying. I don't even want to hear it, but I just want to see the footage of this.
Brothers and sisters, Spain.
I don't know what is going on right now. This is their recruiting video or something like that. They got AA. They got freaking artillery. They got helicopters. They got tanks, anti-air. They got rockets. They got LA. They have the shoulder fire like rockets. Okay. This is Pakistan. This is the Indian Army. Always ready, always victorious. Oh, was that an Indian Army posted this video just 15 minutes ago before? Oh, really? Interesting. Yo, like, is this how they're doing it? Hey, yo, let's play this back. Hold up.
I'll find you through the dust and the storm. I'll find you through these machines I'll carry. The burden of my brothers and sisters' pain. So I'll find you. You can hide in the distance.
Yeah, see, they got the shoulder fire like rockets.
Shadow and dust.
I forgot like what they call them.
But I'll
It's not like
strike
small,
you
it's
down
something else.
when you betray our trust. So I'll
We
find
got the thermals.
you. That's my job.
My job.
That's my mission. That's my promise. I'll find you.
That's a commercial for the Indian Army right now. They like put this out in response.
I'll find
What is this? Pakistan military realizing flight radar app can't show the incoming Indian missiles. Operation Sindoor. That's crazy. That is insane. Right after Operation Sindoor, by our forces, the Pakistanis shoot down Rafale and one Su-30 near Aknur and destroyed our brigade HQ. Sorry, Vish Raguru. Oh man, I have to watch because some of these people be like on that like stupidness, on that fake news stuff. Is Myron's going viral right now because he's talking about the Diddy trials? He's going viral. Salute to the Indian Armed Force, the Steel Shield of Bharat. They have done it. Your courage speaks louder than words, and your actions echo the spirit of New India. Bharat has avenged. History repeats itself. Sleep tight. Man, I gotta watch out. These people be on that like either like supermoto and like dumb or it's I don't know. I just gotta watch. Or it's just fake news. How is the Josh? What? These people are wild, man. So what's going on here? So this is the same video that we watched, right? What's going on here? Man, they're all trying to get out of here. Are these people trying to leave? They're trying to leave Pakistan or something? Yeah, they're trying to leave Pakistan. They're like, get me out of here, dude. These people are like about to get us freaking nuked. Oh, we gotta watch that like Andor show. Just off topic. I just don't want to get Disney Plus. I don't want to get it again. Oh man. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people there. It looks pretty chaotic, pretty loud. I would not want to be there. And it's unfortunate for the people that are in between this, who are just innocent folks. I feel very sorry for them. Operation Sindoor, Operation Indoors. Man, like the memes is just crazy right now. India launches Operation Sindoor, hits 9 sites in Pakistan, occupied Jammu and Kashmir with missiles to crush terror infrastructure, says report. Military action to avenge Pahalgam. Falhagam, I think that's how you pronounce that. Massacre begins. Jai Hind. Operation Sindoor. So what's this? Operation Sindoor. Indian armed forces carried out precision strike at terrorist camps. Posted May 7th, 2025 at 1:44 a.m. by PIB. PIB is the Pakistani folks, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we had learned at the beginning of this in deep dive into this war that's going on. A little while ago, the Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Sindoor, hitting terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. I need to like physically see where these places are at. I think that will help me as well understand from where terrorist attacks against India have been planned and directed. Altogether 9 sites have been targeted. Our actions have been focused, measured, and non-escalatory. Escalatory, in nature. No Pakistani military facilities have been targeted. India has demonstrated considerable restraint and selection of targets and method of execution. These steps come in the wake of the barbaric Pahalgam terrorist attack in which 25 Indians and one Nepali citizen were murdered. We are living up to the commitment that those responsible for this attack will be held accountable. There will be detailed briefing on Operation Cinder later today. This is a press release. Wow. Man, these people aren't playing no games, man. These people are not playing no games. There was somebody that I knew that like made fun of these folks, and I'm like, dude, you shouldn't make fun of their freaking military, man. Those people will pull up, and obviously they don't even have to even pull up. They could just send something to you. They'll send something to you. They don't have to pull up nowhere. They don't have to pull up nowhere. People are India is supposed to be, I feel like they're supposed to be like an ally, right? But they're part of like the BRICS nations or something like that. They'd be a great ally to have because they have great people there, and they're very, very smart folks out there. So, I mean, this is all crazy, dude. I hope they could like come together here and just stop all this, man, because this is nonsense. This nonsense. There's all these people dying in this tragic attack, and the Pahalgam. I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I'm messing it up. Actually, where is that? Where is that hashtag at? I want to go check that out real quick, because that's like super important, man. Yo, Twitter was blowing up. Twitter was blowing up. Like C4, like when this happened. So big breaking. Yes, you heard that right. It's a massive operation carried out by our army. Yeah, literally missiles. They didn't have to send nobody. They didn't have to send anybody that we know of, right? Like, unless they have somebody on the ground that's laser designating for these freaking armaments, like, fam, they just sent this and they didn't have to send nobody. Oh man, these people sent people over. The Pakistani people are the one that sent people over, right? And they did that attack. Man, I'm missing out on so much stuff going on. There's just so much stuff. How people were killed. If you're a Hindu, what? What? Nuh-uh. Can I watch this? I don't know if I'm allowed to.
हिंदू है या मुसलमान?
मुसलमान हूँ।
मुसलमान है तो पहले कलमा पढ़ के दिखा।
भैया क्या हुआ? क्यों पूछ रहे हो?
हिंदू है या
I'm
मुसलमान?
not gonna build it. No, I'm not gonna build it. No. Because I'm thinking about this going up on YouTube, and I want to stay within TOS. X is completely different on the TOS. I feel like I can't have nobody. I can't be putting that up there. He like ends up pulling the firearm out and shooting this gentleman. Oh man. And every time I keep going to the, like, to try to find what happened, it just keeps taking me. All right, so before I go, I just wanted to go over this kind of timeline so I can understand what's going on right now. Bharat. I'm gonna leave it here for a second. I don't want to be offensive to anybody. I'm not trying to be, but these memes are very funny. I just want to cover the news. That's all I'm trying to do right now. I'm just trying to cover the news, give a little bit of my perspective, make sure that people are aware of what's going on with this conflict, because it's very serious, very, very, very serious matter. There's a lot of lives that are in jeopardy and have been taken because of this. Want to make sure that we can put this out there to like inform people so we could stop this, like end this, so no one has to, keep going through all these wars, man. So anyway, got a little timeline here. We got it's the India and Pakistan conflict. Goes from 1947 to 2025. It has been centered primarily on the disputed territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and additional tensions from cross-border terrorism, nuclear rivalry, and geopolitical differences. So, in August 1947, there's a partition of British India, which I do remember reading about, because the British Empire had like a lot of say in what India did back in the day. I'm pretty sure. British India is divided into Hindu majority India and Muslim majority Pakistan, sparking mass migration, 12 to 15 million displaced, and communal violence, up to 200,000 to 2 million perish, which is crazy. Jammu and Kashmir is a Muslim majority and a Hindu ruler. Interesting. So it's a Hindu ruler, but it's a Muslim majority. Okay. October 47th, January 1949, First Indo-Pakistani War. The Pakistan... We'll keep going through this so I'm not like... sitting.
की जमीन को हासिल कर लेते जहां से लॉन्च पैड्स होते वो
Okay, so October 47th, January to January 1949, the First Indo-Pakistani War. The Pakistan-backed tribal militias invade Kashmir. Like, these two places, man. They've been fighting over these two places. Wow. Like, back to back. These tribal militias invade Kashmir to seize control. Maharaja Hari Singh accedes to India for military aid, leading to Indian troops defending Srinagar. Or Renagar, but it has like a S. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure I have to say the whole thing. The war ends with a UN-mediated ceasefire on January 1st, 1949, establishing the line of control, an LOC, dividing Kashmir between India, 65% India, to 35%, or to Pakistan's 35%. So I'm going to say that again. That's dividing Kashmir between 65% India and then 35% Pakistan. And there's no clear victor emerges. Interesting. So let's see some more stuff here as we're going through here. What is this? There's no way that's real. Is that real? What the heck am I seeing right now? This is just insane. Sounds like a bunch of PKMs going on. flares popping off. Yeah, they got flares over these guys. Wow. That's something. Wow, check that out. Whoa, wait, play that again. Wow. Wow. Like, that's crazy. You just get, that's insane. What is this? Instructions to all the states to conduct mock drills on May 7th. Training to be given to all age citizens. Instructions to install air raid sirens. Conduct of civil defense mock drill. There's a mock drill tomorrow, or today right now, for these folks. And continuation of our earlier communication dated 2nd May 2025 regarding the civil defense of preparedness in vulnerable areas. Copy enclosed in his exercise of the powers conferred under Section 19 of the Civil Defense Rules 1968. Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India has decided to organize civil defense exercise and rehearsal across the 244 categorized civil defense districts of the country on 07/05/2025. So this is going on until July. The conduct of the exercise is planned by the village level, is planned up to the village level. This exercise aims to assess and enhance the readiness of civil defense mechanisms across all states and union territories. In the civil defense exercise, active participation of the district controller, various district authorities, civil defense wardens, volunteers, home guard, active reservists, volunteers. Wow. NCCC, I don't know who these college and school students is emphasized. What? The said civil defense exercises aim to assess the operational efficiency, efficacy, and operational coordination of various civil defense measures. This is the Government of India, Minister of Home Affairs. It's going down. It's going down. I'm gonna leave this up here for a second as I go through this. Where were we? We were talking about the first Indo-Pakistani war. Now we're on to the second Indo-Pakistani war. Dude, there's so much. There's so much. There's the Simla agreement. There's the India's nuclear tests. They did a nuclear test? That's crazy. There's the Sichuan conflict. That's 84 to 2023, or 1984 to 2003. And the Kashmir insurgency intensifies in 1989. May to July, 1999 is the Kargil War. December 2001 to 2002, the Parliament attack and standoff. There was an attack at the militants attack India's Parliament. Oh man, that's crazy. Getting rid of 14. India blames Pakistan-based groups Lashkar-e-Taiba. Wow, and Jaish-e-Mohammed, which is the same people that they were talking about, that they were blaming for this attack that happened on India, leading to the massive troop buildup along the border. The diplomatic efforts de-escalate the crisis by mid 2002. And then November 2008, the Mumbai attacks. Mumbai was attacked. That's crazy. 2016, the Uri attack, and there's a bunch of surgical strikes. Militants attack an Indian army base in Uri, killing 19 soldiers. India conducts surgical strikes across the LOC. Once again, this LOC is popping up and they're doing strikes there in this area. And this happened years ago. Targeting militant bases. Pakistan denies the strike's impact and tensions escalate. February 2019, Pulwama attack and Balakot airstrike. A suicide bombing in Pulwama kills 40 Indian paramilitary personnel. That's crazy. India retaliates with airstrikes on the military camp in Balakot, Pakistan. Pakistan downs an Indian jet, captures and releases the pilot. Both sides engage in aerial skirmishes, but de-escalate to avoid war. Wow. August 19th, 2019. Or August 2019. Revocation of Kashmir's autonomy. India revokes Article 370, stripping Jammu and Kashmir's special status, and imposes a lockdown. Wow. Pakistan downgrades diplomatic ties and suspends trade, escalating tensions. Wow. That's like what they're doing, or what they're doing in Gaza. That's what it sounds like. It sounds very similar. But there's like, they're not really stripping. They didn't really strip Gaza or whatever. That like, or I don't know. I have to watch like how I say things. But I will say I find it very similar what I'm hearing here that happened in 2019 to what's going on in Gaza. But maybe I'm just overthinking things. So April 22nd to May 2025, the Pahalgam attack and escalation. So now we're catching up to modern day here. The modern times. Militants allegedly linked to Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba, I think that's how you pronounce it, offshoot the resistance front, attacked tourists in Pahalgam, killing 26, mostly Hindus. Wow, that's not good. I mean, no one should be of any, but like, if you're trying to avoid something like this, probably don't want to be doing that to India's citizens, or just anybody in general, but I digress. India accuses Pakistan, suspends the Indus Waters Treaty, closes borders, expels diplomats. Wow. Interesting. On May 6th, India launches Operation Sindoor, which is today, targeting 9 sites in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Pakistan denies involvement, suspends the Simla Agreement, and closes airspace. Skirmishes along the LOC raise fears of nuclear escalation. Folks, we'll be back with more. Thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to go give my news segment on this. I want to be back and doing these. I find these to be very enjoyable, and I learn so much, and I get to hang out with the folks here and share this knowledge with them. If you want to see what else we're doing, hit me up on all platforms at Kicking It with Timmy B, along with KIWTB Gaming. Today we checked out the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, and then we ended on the second half of our stream of going over the India and Pakistan conflict. I have no ties to any of these places, but I love people, I love the world, I love geopolitics. I've always wanted to visit these places. I'm not too sure if I'd be really welcomed in Pakistan, but like I've always wanted to visit India. I've met people from India before. I have a lot of respect for them. Very fascinating people. They have a great culture that I find to be very cool, and it's just it's not right to have these people warring. It's not right to be doing this stuff. So hopefully there could be a peaceful resolution to all of this. But we will see. If there's more to happen here, I will do my best to report back on what happens here. But thank you so much, folks, for being here. It's your boy Kicking It with Timmy B. Once again, I just play video games and talk about the news and just kind of give my perspective on both of those things when I feel it's necessary. But yeah, I hope you have a great night. It's May 6th, or a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is. Wherever you folks are, have a good one. It's May 6th, 2025. Please drink water, stay informed, and I'll see you on the next episode of KIWTB Game.